Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is Castantino. What the fuck? While looking through my DVDs, I came across this little gem. 25 mystery movies. Classics. Ironically, I have no idea when I got this. I have no idea why I got it. I have no idea. Actually, I don't know how I got it. I'm pretty sure I paid for it. But, yeah, I mean, this thing's got like, you know, lots of Sherlock Holmes films. But the one that caught my attention was a little movie called Death Sentence, starring Nick Nolte. So I put that DVD in, and picked Death Sentence. Yeah, Nick Nolte's not in this fucking film. He is, but he's not. This film is God damn. So the film, the film was boring, honestly, because it's like it only took place in two places, basically. And that was it. Two places. You only had, like, I want to say there was at least only maybe 4 characters, and only 2 of them were of any consequence. So this was a low budget, and if it was high budget, then the budget went straight to paying Nick Nolte. Because, okay, so, anyway, Nick Nolte plays a character who's accused of killing his wife, which in the opening moments of the movie we see his wife, played by a woman I can't even be bothered to even go through the couldn't be bothered with the credits. It was just that boring. So his wife is with another man. We don't know it's his wife yet. She's telling the other man that okay, I should stress, this was not the character's wife, this was just his fiancée or something. So she's having an affair with this other man who wants to keep it on the down low that they're doing a thing, because he's married. And that's a big no-no in the I'm going to say this was made in the 70s. The 60s and 70s all look alike to me. But, so he, eventually after she tries blackmailing him, and he counters with a foul murder. And then it goes from there. Now, Nick Nolte's character is found wasted at a bar, taken to his home, where he sees his dead wife, and then he goes into a drunken cry thing, and that's pretty much the last we see of Nick Nolte for most of the damn movie, except for if you count the times where you actually see the back of his head in the courtroom while he's sitting in the defendant's chair. Oh my god, this movie was so bad. God, why is it even a classic? Why, like, Sherlock Holmes I can understand. Dangerous Assignment, Jesus. I feel like I gotta go through this. Midnight Manhunt. So, this is so not going to get any views. So, Nick Nolte, God, the story basically goes on from there. The murderer's wife is chosen for the jury. She's chosen for jury duty. She doesn't know, now, again, she doesn't know that her husband is the murderer, that this case is. Ooh. So, and it goes from, it's like It's so stupid. It's so stupid. So it goes to the courtroom. The defense is, yeah, my guy couldn't do this because blah 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 blah, and then it goes to her into either out on a bench outside the court or at her home, where she meets her husband, who's doing his being all lovey-dovey with her. Back to the courtroom, where more stuff happened. More this, and then back to random place with her and her husband. Back to the courtroom. Nick Nolte actually makes an appearance by sitting in the defendant's chair. Back to wherever it is. The ending is like the whole thing. That's all it is. That's all it is. And I'll get to why I'm even making a damn video about this, because this is like the second movie I've watched where it's like, yeah, here's this. I mean, the next movie I'm going to be complaining about, I haven't seen in a while. I do have it, but I haven't seen it in a while. But the title just pisses me off. So yeah, that's all it is. Nick Nolte has nothing to do with it other than being drunk off his ass and crying on the stand, telling people why he couldn't have been him. Which it eventually ends up in the, it ends with, she learns her husband's the killer, because he thinks of himself as Don Juan or some shit, and he freaking is like, you have to believe me, you have to believe me, and then like goes into a crazy, he's gonna kill her. The police show, she somehow, I don't even know how the hell she got any word to the police. I think she freaking, during the chase, she did call the police, but yeah, I don't know. But the police show up, she runs out of the house, falls over crying, it's raining, the police are there, they pick her up, she starts screaming, arrest my husband, arrest my husband, he's the killer. And it's like, and then the husband just walks out the door, looks at her like she's like, why would you do this to me? And credits. I don't even know how long that movie was. The movie, why was that a classic? For number one, there's no mystery for the audience, because you already know who did it. And that's the thing I hate about these mystery movies, some of them, is they show you what happened. There's like, some will have victim A getting murdered by the killer, but the killer's in the shadows, or you don't see what's going on. You only hear the victim screaming or something at the other person or something like that. But you don't see who's freaking... And, oh my god. Like, I'm so freaking frazzled by this. But you don't see, bottom line, you don't see the killer until the final scene, you know? Or midway through, it's revealed who the killer is, and then the rest of it's just... But this whole movie is, you know who the killer is, and then the rest of the movie is just this stereotypical 70s I can't think of the word, but this devoted wife who is between the court proceedings and just her own thoughts. She's trying to she pieces it together but it's like, I don't care, because this lady, ugh. And then the whole movie was boring, because it's like half of her being this nervous little. Ugh, this was so typical 70s. This was so typical 70s. So yeah, I don't know. And there's other movies like Mr. and Mrs. North. I never even heard of that, so we're gonna have to give that a shot. I don't know. Richard Denning. That would be good. Of course, there's like, yeah, expect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those are classics. Black and white ones probably, but those are classics. Those are Sherlock Holmes movies. I like Sherlock Holmes. Now, the other movie that drives me up a wall because of the title, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Now, up until I bought this, I didn't know I never saw the movie. I never saw any of the Mad Max movies, which I saw the first one. Okay. I saw this one, and I'm like, okay. This title pisses me off because the Thunderdome has nothing to do with anything. Nothing. Yeah. It's an arena where he meets, I think this is the one where he meets Master Blaster. He meets Master Blaster in this, I think. Which is just this big guy with it looks like what the equivalent of basically they look like the Big Daddy and the little sister, except that the little sister is some little midget who's actually the father of Master Blaster. So, but that's it. You just get that one fight scene in the Thunderdome. Thunderdome, okay. And that's it. Oh my god. Like, I'm expecting like something like what Gladiator was, where it's like the main character is put into is forced to become a gladiator, and then he has to fight his way out, something like that. No! This is like, hey, you have to fight one time, that was it, then he freaking, what does he even do? What does he even do? 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. Fuck you. That's the law in Bartertown's Thunderdome Arena, which only happens one time. I don't... It has nothing to do with anything. The Thunderdome has nothing to do with anything. If I... Stars, yeah. This is his 3rd film as Mad Max. He has a 3rd film? I didn't even know there was a 3rd film. The title hero takes the barbarians of the post-nuclear blah blah blah. Next time becomes the savior of a tribe of lost kids. That's beyond. It's like that's what's beyond. That's beyond Thunderdome. He freaking wins that fight, and then he's just released. He doesn't kill Master Blaster, I don't think. Did he? Because I think I can't remember. I'm going to have to watch the film again. But he goes off, finds these kids, saves them somehow. I just can't be freaking asked at the moment. Maybe I'll do a rant on the whole film, but Jesus Christ, this was just me needing to get this off my damn chest, because don't tell me so-and-so is going to be in the movie, and then he's not, unless you want to see drunk Nick Nolte drunk off his ass, which I'm sure there's some pictures of him. I think he's one of the famous people who probably have a wonderful mugshot somewhere on the interwebs. And then you got this that has jack shit to do with what's titled Thunderdome. Fuck. Fuck, that's all I can do. Oh man. Oh man. So this was just a quick little, well, it wasn't as quick as I thought it would be. But this was just a little thing I had to get off my chest, guys. Oh, hope you freaking enjoy. Hope you find some entertainment in this. Castantino, I will see you next time.